Hey guys, Mustang here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we're jumping into the 4th stage of the Super Warriors Assemble Blue Zone to do the Sworn Enemies mission. So this one has been honestly a bit of a pain because Sworn Enemies, not in Sworn Enemies, it's in the mission is Inhuman Deeds. I've been trying a bunch of different team builds, including the Sworn Enemies like team build with the Full Power Freezer. One of the parts that honestly is the most annoying is when we get all the way to the Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He can lock you and he crits on his super. So even AGL Full Power Freezer with like over 1 million defense start of turn took like 600 and something K from him, from that crit super in slot 1. So pretty awkward for sure, and he locks, so it's going to be one of those things where if he locks the wrong unit in slot 1, it seems like he supers in slot 1 fairly regularly. He has 0 cooldown, and his percentage, the super percentage chance is quite, it's only about 50%, but he has supered in slot 1 every single time for me so far, and that has been like what ends the run basically. So definitely a little bit awkward. So we're trying out a different build now, which is basically full movie bosses, but you can't really make a full movie bosses in Human Deeds team. So I've put Int Broly on as the leader instead of the tech one, so that we can bring Planetary Destruction characters as well. So that's why we then have the Full Power Freezer here. Full rotation of Legendary Super Saiyan Brolys here, so no one's going to get any links. I don't really want to use the domain this early though as well, so this is a bit awkward. Do this, get 2 rainbow orbs for the STR Broly at the end. I mean, in Broly's still relatively strong defensively without even needing the guard from having the domain, right? Because he still has 60% damage reduction. And of course STR Broly does an AoE. We've got 2 rainbow orbs, so he's going to get guaranteed extra super as well. And of course, in Broly, Infinite Stacker. We are fighting Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans basically all throughout the run, apart from the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta technically. So he's going to have his full passive active for the majority of the event. So we can get these extra attacks off here, get some extra buffs. Obviously in Broly, the TUR not the craziest unit, but getting built up here and we should be okay. The biggest problem is I guess we have multiple units on the team that are just legendary Super Saiyan Broly, so we'll see how it pans out here. But STR Super Easy A Broly going to get these AoEs off now, do a bit of damage to everyone on the turn. Not the craziest damage without the crits, especially to Trunks, but is what it is. He's providing a bunch of support to everybody else, and the AoE is helpful. Helps him build up quicker, because this counts as him hitting 3 enemies, like in terms of building up his passive. So he's in a good spot there. I should probably float off the other Broly, this other tech Broly, because at least then he can link with the other Brolys on the other rotation. So let's do that. AGL Golden Frieza is an old school callback as well, considering he is a character who has been banned from so many events up until now because he has the nuking style leader skill. But we can use him in this stage, and even though his start of turn defense is incredibly low, he has 90% damage reduction. So he is able to tank quite well. Yeah, I think we'll leave Full Power Freezer there. Do that. Do that. Do that. Try and get as much build up as we can. Full Power Freezer obviously having the damage reduction in slot 1. Building up extra damage reduction with each hit that we take. But none of these bosses in this stage are particularly crazy hard hitting at this point, so he can tank well enough to get that build up in slot 1. And then yeah, obviously got hit, so he gets his extra attacks off. So that's Goten gone already. Because remember, we'll get Int Broly's revival will be available at a certain point as well, which will certainly come in helpful potentially in that Gogeta phase. That was basically nothing. Crit. Broly getting all the supers off, that's what we like to see. Get this build up, get the infinite stacking. The real issue is going to be what's the rotation going to look like and who's going to get locked when it comes to oh wait, yeah, they're transformed so they can link. When it comes to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because that's always going to be the issue. I mean, when it comes to it, if we have to, because I've bought an item, obviously, that can deal with the rotation locking. If it comes to that, I'll just use it. Because like I say, I've died to Gogeta like twice already because of the rotation locking. And it is one of those things when you're trying to be committed to doing the no item run. It's all just a case of RNG. When it comes to characters who can lock, like someone else will do it first try and the characters don't get locked in a bad spot and it all seems all too easy. But then it might take you multiple runs because the worst possible character's getting locked in slot 1. And there's nothing you can do about that except for use an item, right? So considering how many events came out today and how many things I need to record, like overall, I will quite happily just use an item here if we have to. So go ahead and do this. Let full power freezer be in slot 1. Then we can go ahead and do this. Interesting, we can't use Broly's domains. You can only use it when you have the full, like, uncontrollable power rotation, or is it, and then or by a certain turn, right? Man, I need my own Int Broly. I'm looking forward to the part 2 banners coming out, so I can finally get my own Int Broly, because it would cause solve so many issues when it comes to team building. For some of these extreme teams that Broly's on, where Tech Broly doesn't cut it as the lead, because not every single unit you want to run on that team is a movie boss. And it makes it really awkward, whereas Int Broly has a much better leader skill. But once the part 2 banners are out, Broly will be on the banner with Gogeta. Same with Beast Gohan as well. So definitely looking forward to picking up copies of those guys. But for now, we must make do. So, I mean, if you have Int Broly, double Int Broly team is going to be the way to go for this, because I think you can get... Is full power freezer on his lead as well? I think he might be. But yeah, we can do this. We don't really care about you getting key. And then yeah, attack you. Save the active skill for now. Grab those. Building up the Dokkan gauge quite nicely here. Freezer with the dodge. In fact, if we don't take these guys out in one turn, I guess it depends. I'm not sure how many same type balls we can get in the next turn. We might be able to have the Dokkan attack ready to go for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which would be good. Yeah, Tech Broly should take out Goku, I think. The type advantage. If we get an extra, which we didn't. If we get an extra super, which we don't. But in Broly up to 10 mil, so he's going to get a few supers off here and get his extra stacks. In fact, he should kill Goku and then be able to attack Vegeta as well. Do a little bit of extra damage. Is it going to be just a normal? Oh no, there you go. We got one extra super for Vegeta. 11 mil. It's not too bad. So yeah, I think we just go for... Grab all the same type orbs we can here on this next turn to finish off Vegeta, and then hope we get the Dokkan attack against Gogeta. So obviously save the active skill for full power freezer. Can't get any same type orbs on this turn for any of the characters on rotation. That's great. Except for Broly, but I'd rather get the same type orbs than just get the extra rainbow, because it's not like we need the extra support on this turn, because Frieza is going to kill Vegeta regardless. So double digit damage, 21 mil for the 18 key here. Fighting a super class enemy, so he has the high chance to crit regardless. So yeah, takes him out. Now let's see, what have we got? What is Gogeta going to do for me slot 1 here? Okay, he's locked you in slot 3. It's kind of awkward. Broly should have his revive up though, right? Yeah, so there's actually no way we die here. So that's good. You can use your extra buff as well. And then we can just go ahead and grab these. I kind of don't want the Dokkan attack here, so let's just grab these, I guess. Because, yeah, in Broly only getting his 12 key super, probably not ideal for this being the turn where we get our Dokkan attack. So, how much is in Broly going to take from this? 1,000,000 damage with the crit. Okay. Well, we get the revive. Haven't seen the Int Broly revive for a while. So yeah, his revival animation is very cool. Alright, so you got locked in slot 3. Well, the problem is if he supers in slot 1, there is the possibility that full power Frieza still dies. So I need to go all out for damage here. So we're going to do this. Because what is full power Frieza's defense on this turn? It's only 945k. I say only, but remember that this guy does like a crit on his super. So need to get the big Dokkan attack here. So here we go. Our attack stat's only 18 mil, because obviously it's not the best turn for links for this Frieza. But we'll go ahead and hit all the nodes here. Gogeta only has 50 million HP, so obviously if full power Frieza gets a crit here, we got the full Dokkan attack boost, we got all the nodes. He's obviously going to get an additional as well, so we should hopefully take him out here, I think. Maybe not. 22.8 million damage. And then we get the additional. I mean, if he gets 3 supers, it could just be GG straight away. But each super is raising his defense, but Gogeta greatly lowers your defense. That's how he can hit so hard. He greatly lowers your defense. He's already hitting for 1.6 and he crits. So the amount of damage that he does in one go is actually ridiculous. Okay, he's not going to super. Okay, I really need Broly to get the kill hit. 19 mil, damn. Oh yeah, we used his active skill, didn't we? So I was going to say, as long as he really lets me down, as long as he doesn't only do additional normals, but yeah, the additional normal was enough. So there you go, Gogeta taken down, and we go on to GT Spirit Bomb Kid Goku. So this guy, he raises attack and defense on super and greatly lowers attack and defense on super again. So pretty crazy. You have revived now, so let's go ahead and use the domain. Still doesn't link with the STR one though, so we probably should just put the STR one in slot 3. For the sake of actually having some links active. So we've got the domain up. Go ahead and throw you there. Get those for you. That was not what I was hoping would happen, but okay. There's 3 rainbow orbs there for you. So hopefully we can do some solid damage here still. Broly with the full 24 key, although obviously he's not going to have a ton of links active. So 20 mil. We can start using some of our damage dealing active skills as well, potentially. Because after this fight, we have Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr., and they have considerably less HP. None of these bosses, funnily enough, Gogeta is actually the hardest hitting of the bosses in this stage. Which I guess makes sense, right? Gogeta hitting harder than base Goku, but we still got to be careful that we're not getting like the wrong units getting hit with a super. Okay. Will you be okay here? 7. See, you haven't got the craziest defense. What about you? What are you at? You're at 300k, but you still obviously have the 50% damage reduction. You won't have the extra 26% anymore. What are you up to? 794k. And 26% damage reduction. I think he actually would tank better in slot 1 now, funnily enough. Although full power, no, full talking about full power Frieza has 70% damage reduction in slot 1. I probably shouldn't have floated off Tech Broly though, that was a mistake. But let Int Broly continue to get some stacks, I guess. If he even can, because remember, Frieza will get guaranteed crit against Goku. So probably finishes him off here. With the 18 key and the additional, because he has 17.5, which is guaranteed crit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we move on to the final phase, which is another pair of enemies. So I think we probably just go ahead and throw you in slot 1 to be the tank. Then we can go ahead and get this for you, and I guess do this so we take out Vegeta Jr. hopefully, depending on whether this guy gets a crit or not. Look at him taking damage from normals. 100k from the super. Both of them supering in slot 1. It's definitely a bit cheeky, but Golden Frieza, look how bad his attack stat is. But he did his job. He was there to eat the attacks in slot 1, and that's what he did. So now we can hopefully just get some big damage off here on Vegeta and take him out. 40 mil from Tech Broly. Yeah, there's the crit. Oh, these guys have like, how much HP? 25 and 30 million. Is that it? Oh, well. So they both supered in slot 1, which is their kind of last-ditch effort attempt to take me out. But yeah, Vegeta literally only has 25 million HP, so he just got one shot. And then Goku Jr. has 30, so yeah, Tech Broly getting the crit, able to do some damage on the second attack, and then that leaves him wide open for Int Broly to finish him off. So there we go. So that is stage 4, the Dragon Ball GT stage for the Super Warriors Assemble Blue Zone, or Supreme Magnificent Battle, beaten with a full team of Inhuman Deeds characters. I think the Int Broly team is the best way to go. Like I said, I tried a couple of different team builds with like Full Power Frieza or AGL Pod Frieza as the leader, but the team's just not as effective, I think, with some of those units. The problem with Frieza's team has always been a severe lack of like slot 1 characters, whereas obviously Broly's team has a few units that can fulfill that role, especially if you then are throwing on like Full Power Frieza. So beat the stage once and beat the stage with our full Inhuman Deeds characters team here, and so that's all the missions done. Let me know how you guys got on down below in the comment section. What team build did you use, whether you used items or not? How did you get on with the Inhuman Deeds mission? Let me know all of that down below in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.